Hi everyone. Welcome to another edition of Teach Me. I'm really happy to host this live today and talk about LinkedIn post ideas, especially today when it's social media day. I'm here with Judi Fox. I met Judi this year in San Diego at Social Media Marketing World. And if you are a content creator on LinkedIn, make sure you follow Judi on LinkedIn because she's rocking.
Yay. And we're going to turn you into a rock star that's going to rock on LinkedIn.
Yeah, so stay with us today. But before to dive into the subject for today, let me show you who is Judi. So Judi Fox generated over 5 million views on LinkedIn in the last 2 years, and she is listed as a top 10 LinkedIn coach for 2021 in Yahoo Finance. She is featured in Inc. magazine, SEO magazine, Vid Summit, Video Marketing World, People of Video, and on several top 100 marketing podcasts. With over 18 years experience in business development and sales, Judi Fox developed the LinkedIn Business Accelerator method. Clients are implementing this LinkedIn method to achieve more business and over 1 million content views in 19 days. I think I want to find out more about about this method to reach this milestone for my profile.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, we're going to unlock some of that right now.
Great. So the subject for today is how to generate how to get LinkedIn content ideas, both for companies and individuals, because I think that the framework that Judi was going to show you applies to both these categories. And most of the time, the company and the person that are the representative from that company have the same audience. So I think it's going to work for both companies and individuals. Good. So Judy, can you explain what is a creator on LinkedIn and why people should activate this on their profile?
Yeah, so LinkedIn is leaning more and more away from saying LinkedIn's only a job board to LinkedIn is a space for the creator economy. So when LinkedIn turned on this new feature called creator mode, the ability for you to feature the topics that you talk about, your 5 hashtags of topics that you talk about, and it gives you access to all the new features rolling out to create content. So if you do not have this feature turned on, for example, LinkedIn's giving you access to all the new tools like LinkedIn newsletter and LinkedIn lives and any new features coming out, LinkedIn audio events, any type of LinkedIn short form video that comes out, it will all come out through creator mode. Um, so yeah, LinkedIn, I think, is already past 1 million followers on their LinkedIn for Creators page, their showcase page. And again, the signal out there is the creator economy is real and it's
Yeah.
strong and it's powerful.
Yeah, and this week I suggested to our social media manager to activate to turn on her creator mode, because in this way he has the option to comment as an individual or as a company. So previous he didn't have had this option. So yeah, more and more options are for the creator.
Yeah. So, yeah, LinkedIn's really ramping up. I think sometimes they're moving faster than even announcing all the benefits. So, that is a really nice new benefit that you can comment as you or your company page. You can toggle between the two accounts to be able to make a comment. So,
Yeah, yeah. Um, how can we find content ideas? Because I think that most of the time people are struggling with finding time, inspiration. I have this problem too, because yeah, life happens. Everyone, I guess, maybe you have a kid, you have a job, and you struggle with inspiration and time to find to write a post on LinkedIn. So how can we find the what is the easiest way to find content ideas for LinkedIn?
I will say, and I'm going to come from what you just said, the easiest. There's a number of ways to do this, but I'm going to give somebody right now permission for one of the easiest ways. Go look at your content where you've put it out into the world on any other channel. Have you ever written a blog? Have you ever created a Instagram post? Do you have any other channel? Do you have Twitter? Do you have Facebook? And if you have made a post over there, I would find a way to edit the post to bring it over to LinkedIn. If that means you do want to polish it a little bit more, what I like to say is turn it into a bit of a leadership post or a leadership story. If you were just venting over on Facebook, shift the story to telling us what happened afterwards, especially if that post is from a year ago. I bet you have an update. So you
Yeah.
probably could say something like, this tough thing happened to me. Turns out here's the rest of the story. And on LinkedIn, we want to learn from each other's life and business stories because it all comes together in one. It doesn't mean you have to expose the deepest, darkest things about you, your brand, your company, but you can invite us into one micro story that happened to you in your life.
Okay. I have to admit that most of the time I think I post on LinkedIn, and the posts that get more impression and more views, I repost it on on Twitter, because I saw that there is an interest in those posting on Twitter as well. So usually I use the other way, but because I'm most
You're
active on
already
LinkedIn.
comfortable posting on LinkedIn. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely think if people are not, if they're already frozen and
Yeah.
they do not post on LinkedIn, that's they're probably already posting somewhere else, doing something online, and they just need to kind of unlock that. I call it LinkedIn frozenitis.
Yeah.
Um, Bring over one post. That's the easiest thing to do. Look back. I mean, I started blogging in 2007. There must be something you have written that's out
Yeah.
in the world. And if you cannot find something that's written, find a way to take somebody else's article. So you could take
Yeah.
something from Social Insider and
Yeah.
you could post it. You can actually share this live stream right now and you can make that a post for yourself. Like, the power of that is really, really strong. You just have to kind of unstuck yourself from not posting. And sometimes once you do that, you can start to gain traction to start posting.
Yeah, I love this one. Unstuck yourself.
Unstuck yourself.
Okay, I noted. um, so yeah, we have here Maria and Anna. Hi, Maria. Hi, Anna. And Andrew, who said that he'll start posting on LinkedIn after this live.
Yay, that's amazing. And you can find an article anywhere in the world, whether
Yeah,
if your business has, you might search on, Google News, or you might find something that's breaking news in your industry, that can become a powerful post. And LinkedIn is fine with links. If you have a link to a news source and it happens, I don't know what news source you consume, but Business Insider, for example, and you have a breaking news in your industry, you can share that link. I know a lot of people will say, oh, external links don't work. That is false. And that has been proven by LinkedIn that it's false.
yeah, and we did a research, and it's not true. It's working. Maybe the what you are it's working, and depends on what you are posting, what you are writing in the caption with that link.
I agree. And also, I think it depends what social sharing icon comes up, like that, the thumbnail of the
Yeah,
article. That
yeah,
makes a huge difference.
yeah. True, true, true. Okay, so once we unstuck ourselves, and we let's say we found the easiness to write post on LinkedIn, what we should post. What type of content, what ideas you have for LinkedIn content.
I think I'm going to mention kind of what we just talked about, which was many, many times we're going to read your post because you wrote a very clear hook statement. So when you ask me what should you post, what can you talk about? You can talk about almost anything. It's your industry, it's your field. I'm talking to anyone listening right now, not just
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
It's your field of expertise. I cannot tell you what you're supposed to be talking about. But what's powerful is that clarity of that first sentence. Let the consumer know what you're about to talk about. So make it a hook statement. For example, the hook statement for today's live stream is teach me LinkedIn content ideas for viral growth. Anyone here right now can see that hook statement very clearly to understand the value they're about to get by consuming the rest of the post, consuming the live stream, clicking attend. That's the power of LinkedIn. That first sentence, I would say 80% of my time I spend on writing a piece of content. I'm going to spend on the top sentence. And then I call the next lines the intrigue line. What is intriguing to the consumer to want to consume it? What is interesting to them? Maybe that's where you give a percentage. Maybe that's where you say 27% of people XYZ or 1% of people are posting here on LinkedIn. You might have these statistics that give us some type of intrigue that make us go, I want to pay more attention to this. So that's what I will tell everybody. You can take any topic, give it a hook, give it an intrigue, and it starts to generate visibility because as humans, we're naturally curious when we know why it's a valuable piece of content to us.
Yeah. Okay. In terms of type of post, what do you recommend? Video post, long form post? Um, what's your best
I
practices here?
And I love that Social Insider has a really good blog post on this that is detailing that. I will say I agree with, and we'll go over some of the data, but the first thing I'll say is what's the easiest type of post for you to make? That is the best way to get a piece of content out of you, number one. The second thing is LinkedIn does and is still a platform that is a reading platform first. It's not a place like if I go to YouTube, I'm thinking video. I'm
Yeah.
expecting to consume video on YouTube. If I go to Instagram, sorry, Instagram, but I still think photos. I
Yeah.
just it's hard for me to change to thinking that Instagram is like a TikTok.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
Yeah.
they're trying to do, but whatever. Um, when I go to TikTok, I expect short form videos. I'm not really there to consume a long 10-minute video in my mindset. I'm just sharing my mindset. But when it comes to LinkedIn, the overall platform was built for reading resumes, reading job descriptions, reading news features. Just it's a very reading focused platform. Therefore, I tell people if you can focus on writing a text only post, even doing like a carousel deck post that allows us to read something. Again, we're not as focused on pictures or visuals as much as the knowledge we're going to gain from reading your post.
Yeah, so you mentioned we did a study indeed
Yeah, tell us
last
more.
month. Last month, we analyzed in terms of click-through rate and impressions, which type of post you should use to get more traffic, or maybe if you want to get visibility as a brand, what type of post you can use. So we analyzed 140 messages, LinkedIn messages from company pages, and then find out that for traffic, you should use native documents, the ones that you are seeing as carousels on LinkedIn, it means that you upload the PDF and add a text, because it's pretty important to add a text and add a link with that text and that PDF.
Mhm.
When it comes to brand visibility, video works better, because people engage more, people are commenting more on video compared with other type of post. But again, this is what the data says for company pages, because sometimes I notice that on my personal profile I get more interactions when I use text with single image, for example, and no link. So because when I use this type of content, it's a story, people resonate with what I'm saying, it has an emotion, express an emotion most of the time, and people give me their insights, their knowledge, what I should do with that lesson that I've learned it. So my suggestion is, even the data shows this show to use this and this, depending on your business, depending on your goals. You should test for your own profiles and for your own company pages, and see what's working, and with what type of content your audience resonate. um, I always suggest this because the data only tells you the half of the story, but it depending on which industry and on which I don't know, on which segment you are more active.
And if I can just break down, for if I was gonna tell somebody tomorrow, well, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
If you are going to create content for the next 4 weeks, I would try 4 different posts over the next 4 weeks. So you would try a text-only post, you would try a text with a picture post, you would try a document post, which is the one that you upload a PDF, like a slide deck that you can slide your finger through, and then you would upload a video, with text. And the reason I would do it in that order is because I would say there's a little bit more planning, or it sometimes feels harder for people to move to the document feature or to the video. Some people are just nervous about video. So I think if you wanted to make yourself more comfortable, start to feel more easy, the platform is feeling a little easier, start with a text only post. It is honestly the easiest post, and you don't have to worry about what image you're putting with it, and you can start to just spend time on the platform.
Okay, that's great. um, I started this teach me session with um, the goal to teach the social media professional a formula of what they should stop doing, what they should start doing, and what they should start scaling. So when it comes to LinkedIn content, what individuals should stop doing on LinkedIn?
Stop being frozen. Stop overthinking your content. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you're pausing yourself and you cannot test if you're not doing anything. The only way you're gonna find out, and it's okay to get 0 likes and comments. It really is. It's not going to destroy you. It's gonna be just fine, because it's gonna make you realize what you wanna do next.
yeah. And what they should start doing, of course, they should start created content.
But I would start by mapping out a text-only post,
Yeah,
and I would also say the easiest place to start is to start commenting. Commenting
yeah.
gets you visibility on LinkedIn way more than people realize. When I comment on someone's post, I have up to about recently, I had about 100 people see my comment, like and comment, and send me a message. That's on a comment on someone else's post, not on my own post. So commenting even on other people's content can open up your community to more conversation.
I have to say that I have objective every day to comment at least 5 posts on other
Yeah.
people on LinkedIn, because even if I don't have time to write a post for my profile, I find a way, maybe in the evening, maybe when I'm commuting, to comment to other posts. So yeah, and I saw a spike in impression that I get for my profile.
Well, the other thing I would add is because you're commenting, more people are able to look at you and say, "Oh, wow, the next time she posts, I will feel more comfortable commenting on her post or his," anyone listening right now. But the ability to comment on other people's posts gives people more trust in your content because if they comment on yours, that idea that you're going to go back and forth in conversation versus, oh, I just keep commenting on their post and I never hear back. People wanna hear back.
Okay, okay. And what we should start scaling?
Start scaling. I will say most people are creating content on LinkedIn to generate business, generate opportunities. So spend an hour on looking through your customer journey on your profile or on your company page. Because I would look at scaling that journey or how to get more people to click through to your links. Because at the end of the day, most people want to move conversations somewhere, whether that's to an email or to off LinkedIn or to a newsletter. But the power is in continuing the conversation, and that's what you want to keep scaling.
Okay. I know that not all the posts have the same objectives. So maybe when it comes to the customer journey, not all the posts have the same objective. Some posts are have the objective to brand awareness, and other posts have the objective to move the your LinkedIn audience to maybe mm, to download your report, to see a webinar that you are doing. Uh, I think it's important when creating your content on LinkedIn to have in mind what are the objectives behind, because I think that if every time you are pushing people to read more on your blog or to subscribe to your newsletter or to visit your website, not all the links are equal. So some links are more important than others. Maybe a webinar is more important than a general blog post. And I think people can repurpose the content that they are creating on their their blog, and basically uh, summarize that blog post into one text on LinkedIn, into one post with text on LinkedIn, and maybe an image.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think people are wanting to think through that call to action. What is what how well does your audience know you? And sometimes I like thinking about my physical house. Not everyone that comes up to my door, I need to invite inside. And so everyone gets a different call to action when they come to my physical doorstep. So sometimes I just think about it like that. Sometimes you're a stranger and I'm a stranger, and maybe we just need to be aware of each other. So one of those I like that's why when you said brand awareness posts, to me that's the equivalent of coming up to my doorstep. I don't know you. Let's just say, okay, hi, we're aware of each other now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great. So I think this is it for today. Thank you so much, Judy, for sharing these ideas. It really helped me personally a lot, because now even I feel stuck in that moment. I should maybe just share something that I read last night, or maybe in the morning, and uh, put with complete that the idea that I got with something that I resonate. So thank you so much for being with us. I'm pretty sure that people can find you on LinkedIn. Are you active on other social media platforms?
I am. I am most active on LinkedIn. I think the next accounts I'm active on are Twitter, Instagram, and Clubhouse still.
Okay.
I still really like having a weekly room on Clubhouse. I would say the best way to stay in touch is to follow the hashtag Fox Rocks because I use that across all my social media. And sometimes we don't always see what somebody posts, but if we're following their hashtag, we'll get a chance to see them more in the newsfeed.
Good, good. So, thanks everyone who was with us today. Anna and Kenny, who Kenny told us that these were incredible content creation ideas.
Thank
So,
you.
thank you so much. And for Diana, she will try to be more active on LinkedIn after this show.
Yay! Thank you.
Great, great. Thanks again for being with me, and see you soon.
Thank you.